Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Thank you for joining us. It's time for
We want you to be in the know.
Well, happy Monday evening and welcome to the show that exists because we want you to be in the know. My name is Ray and I am your host as always, and we're so thankful that you are joining us tonight to help you be a little bit more in the know about what's happening around FBC and in the life of FBC. So thanks for joining. Please comment, say hello so we know you're joining us. If you have a question throughout our time together tonight, ask that question in the comments and we'll try to answer that if we are able to answer it tonight. Again, thanks for joining us. This is episode number 3 already. Can you believe that? If you missed one of the first 2 episodes, you can always catch that on our Facebook or our YouTube. So go back and catch those episodes because there's lots of good stuff that has already been said. And tonight's show is no different. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our guest tonight. It's the one, the only, Mr. TJ Brawley. TJ, thanks for being here tonight. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. So just like the last few weeks that we've done, we want to hear what it is that you get to do here at FBC. What do you do?
I am the student pastor here. I get to hang out with students, families, get to minister to them.
Awesome. So great, simple answer, but as we know through talking here in a few minutes, there's a whole lot within that just loving the students and their families. And so we hope to unpack that a little bit because TJ gets to do a lot daily, but especially so many weekly, monthly, and annual things, events that happen. So we know that so much happens in the life of our student ministry and their families. Can you kind of catch us up to speed with some of the great things that have happened somewhat recently?
Yeah, in the month of March, we were able to do a spring break hangout. We took a group in Ready Speedway, Katy, and then in April we took a group outing to go see the Lamar baseball team. And this month we've got our annual senior recognition coming up where we're going to honor our 5 graduating seniors.
That is awesome. That senior Sunday, that's May 15th. And so even if you're not a senior that's a part of our church, whoever you are, we want you to be there because that's going to be, you said students and families. This is going to be huge because this is families. You know, it's the students, the seniors. It's our kids are going to help assist us in worship that day as well. That our kids are going to help assist us in worship that day. Join the worship team to lead. That's going to be a really exciting day. It's May 15th. Sunday school will be at 9 a.m. That worship service will be at 10:15 a.m. It's going to be an exciting time.
It's going to be a great time. And I know also we're going to be having the kids join us for worship. So it's going to be a family day.
Right.
So again, as you kind of reiterated, just you don't have to be a family member of the senior. Just come show up, support the student ministry, support the kids ministry, and just be a general supporter of First Baptist.
Absolutely. Our student ministry, I know, not to jump on ship here, but that over the last year, really this school year, that our student ministry has just, it's been phenomenal from an outsider standpoint, from a guy who just helps in the student ministry. It's been really exciting to watch, witness, and to just play a small part in the huge thing that God is doing in our student ministry. It's really exciting. Anything else you want to share to catch us up to speed? I know there's a lot to come, which we'll get to soon.
Yeah. Got a lot of big things happening this summer.
All right. Well, just like every week, we have a great time of playing a game together. So tonight is no different. It's game time.
Fumble, red card, you're out. Game time.
Woo, welcome back. We're in a different spot. That's crazy how we did that. Welcome back, Maggie, to the screen as well. Sorry, there was no applause added for that one, Maggie. But it's here. The applause is here. Maggie is back. Tonight's game is Pictionary. We all know Pictionary. We have a board in front of us, and as Maggie has so greatly drawn, written, our names, Team TJ and Team Ray. Maggie is going to be the drawer for both teams, the artist, shall we say. And then I will be the guesser for Team Ray, and you will be the guesser for Team TJ. Surprise, surprise, all right?
I sure hope so.
We're going to do 3 levels here. We'll start easy, and we'll work our way up to hard, okay? So if you're sitting at home, feel free to comment the answers so that I can see them here. Up first, we'll start with our guest, TJ. So Maggie is going to generate a random word here on the computer. It's a Pictionary generator, word generator. So it's all legit. You got a word?
I've got a word.
All right. We got TJ has 30 seconds to guess this correctly.
Okay.
If not,
I'm
gonna
not
steal
an artist. It's going to be rough, TJ.
It's okay. I think we'll survive.
Okay. Am I ready? Can I start? Okay, here we go. First word.
First word. Key.
Can you use words? I don't know.
Angel. Angel, we have heard on high.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Angel was correct. TJ gets 1
A
point.
point.
All right.
First point on
Let
the
her
board.
reset our board here. And it will be my turn. Let me generate a word here without looking.
Did you see it?
I think I got you a new word. Did I get you a new
You
word?
got me a new word.
Okay.
Okay, we're both still on the easy round.
Okay.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Man, person, smiling, arm,
It is arm.
hit. Arm, got it. Arm. All right, up next here, generate a new word. I think I got, oh, sorry, we got to go to medium.
We got to go to medium.
We're stepping up a level
Medium.
from easy to
Okay.
medium.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go.
Do
Are you
your
ready,
best.
TJ?
Oh, I
Okay.
certainly hope so. UFO.
man.
Nope. Can.
Okay.
Cup. Trash can. Oh, popcorn. Wait, trash can?
What's another word for
Ooh.
Trash? Trash compactor. Trash. Oh my goodness. That looks like
the stuff that goes in?
I'm not sure if you can
Garbage?
use words.
It is. It's
Garbage.
garbage.
Okay.
I'm giving it to him
All right.
because it did look
Because
like
he's the
popcorn.
guest.
It did look like
I
popcorn.
I was like, popcorn?
All right. We'll generate a new word here.
Okay, here we go. This one's definitely easier.
Box. Where? Amazon. Window. Sunlight. House. Door. Curtains.
It's curtains.
All right. Ooh, 2 to 2.
For those of you that didn't know, Ray can change his voice several octaves. It can go way higher.
One of the one of the few talents, if that's a talent.
Okay, we'll go to difficult.
All right, difficult, TJ.
Okay. I think I can handle this one. Let me-
Happy. Not Dumbledore.
Conehead. That's an artist if I've ever seen one.
Alien. Oh, elf.
Oh, elf.
It's an
Okay.
elf.
Oh, the shoes are really good.
The
Yeah,
shoes
the shoes.
gave
The
it.
shoes. Yeah. I mean,
Gotcha.
I was a bit confused there.
Who's that character on Harry Potter with the big ears?
Dobby.
Dobby.
Yes.
One that you set free with the sock?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what it kind of looks like.
I actually had a former student that could do a dead-on impression of him.
Really?
Yes, he could even rap as Dobby. That was
Oh.
impressive, indeed.
I cannot.
Are you ready for this
All right,
one?
hard. Bring it
Okay,
on.
it's.
It's easy for me.
Oh, are you sure?
Shout out to
Let me move
Judah.
over here.
That is a interesting shape. Okay, we got letter. Oh, Amazon. There it is. Box.
Mm.
Shipping. Wait, box was closed. Lid. Open box. Package.
Time.
Oh, Tom.
It was cardboard.
Cardboard.
Cardboard. Oh, yeah, thanks. I appreciate the Amazon getting in there, though. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say we could do a tiebreaker.
But
We
unfortunately,
could do it all or nothing.
well, you know,
All or
I'm pretty
nothing.
sure we already had an all or nothing.
I think it's even up there. So if we did all or nothing on the
Hey,
extremely
I think the timekeeper should be the one that
On
needs
the-
to let us know about this.
on the extremely difficult.
I got it.
The first one to get it right wins.
Okay, I got you.
All right. Here we
All
go.
right. All or nothing?
All or nothing.
Okay.
TJ agreed.
I think somebody's just really competitive or just a sore loser.
Diving board. Road.
Raceway.
Highway.
Highway to the right foot. Jetsons? What? I'm confused. One way.
It's a one-way.
Yo, let's go.
TJ took it.
All
Excellent
right,
job,
love
way
TJ.
to go, TJ.
I love the little sombrero cars.
Yes, we see those cars driving
We have the
around
disclaimer,
everywhere.
I'm not in art.
Hey, you did a lot better than I would have.
Well, thank you for joining us for tonight's game, Maggie. Another round of applause for you. Thank you for joining us for tonight's game.
You're welcome.
That was Pictionary. And TJ, congratulations on winning that game.
Decisively, may I?
Congratulations for winning the game.
Decisive.
Yes, whatever it may be. It's an eye of the beholder. Perspectives, right? We can get into the whole thing about
Yes,
all that.
yes.
Nonetheless, congratulations. All right, so we kind of got just a brief update of some of the good things that have happened in the student ministry, but so much is still yet to come. And if we just looked at kind of like short term, so just April, May, what's happening in the student ministry?
Well, I tell you right now, one of the biggest things that's happened, not only in April and May, but over you kind of teased them over there. Before the school year happened, we were running about 20-ish students, and all of a sudden, God started bringing more students. And over the last couple of months, we are now averaging between 45 and 50 students. So we have over doubled our student population on average. And I'm not even talking about just on paper. On paper, we've got 70 kids on paper, which is amazing. And so going into this summer, we're going to be doing things a little bit different. We're going to be looking at doing a couple of events and giving our workers a break. This past school year has been crazy busy for everybody, not just for our students, for our workers. So we're going to give them a little time off, and instead of having a regular Wednesday service, we're going to do some events. We're going to start off with our summer kickoff on June the 1st. We're going to go to Pirates Bay, and we're going to spend all day there hanging out, building some community. And then we've got some other big things, but our big thing, and I'm sure you've probably have read in newsletters and bulletins, summer camp. That's going to be the end-all, be-all of the summer. And if you want me to...
Is it too late for students to sign up for summer camp?
It's not too late. You have until May the 1st to turn in a $75 deposit to sign up.
That is less than 2 weeks officially. All right,
yes.
it's like 13 days.
13
so it's still
days.
possible at least to get a deposit down and say, I'm going, commit to going, right?
Yes, indeed.
And as we try to always say, that money is never the reason for you to miss out on camp.
Exactly. And just kind of a sharing of a blessing. We recently had an associational retreat, and I had several seventh graders that kind of mentioned to me, hey, we want to go, but we're really unsure about money. And I said, do not worry about money. Let me handle that. And the very next night, I had a church member come up to me as we were getting ready to wrap up, and she said, hey, I want to commit $100 of every paycheck I have from now until camp. And not only has this church member done this, but I've had other people give full rides and have committed other money. And so I just want to encourage you, church, that when God has leads you somewhere, God's already knows all this, and he's going to provide. And so, man, it's been an awesome to share with students and adults that God is moving in a huge way.
Absolutely. And just to piggyback off what you said a minute ago about the student ministry experiencing numerical growth, of course, along with that is the invaluable, numerical approach on the spiritual growth that has also happened, that we've seen salvations, we've seen growth amongst our students. We see so much young growth in our students that there's on the verge of exploding, spiritually, and it's the excitement of church, of Jesus, of the gospel, just awesome things. And so growth amongst the student population, but also I'm gonna say growth amongst the adult population, right?
Yeah, we've added some new faces over the last couple of weeks. Ever since we've had the job fair, ministry fair.
Job.
Yeah, job. It is, it is part of our job to be out there sharing Jesus and doing the work of ministry. But since the ministry fair, we've had new faces, and I know this fall we're going to be adding some even more new faces, and that's actually going to be a little preview of our call to action here later on.
Yeah, absolutely. So just incredible things have been happening in the student ministry. So many things are yet to come. I know, especially moving into the fall, which I try to tell TJ, don't share too much about the fall yet because we'll share more leading up to it. So he's kind of holding back on it, but there's so much that's coming for our student ministry and the life of our families because we're experiencing so much growth in our adults helping in that ministry and God blessing, providing for that ministry. So much is happening in the life of that ministry. And we want the church, we want the community to jump on board and be a part of it. There's at least 3 ways that you can be a part of that, and that is at minimum to pray over the students, the workers, the budget, the safety of traveling, the cars for the travel, or the bus van for the travel. So many points of prayer for these things to happen successfully. You can serve physically, hands-on ministry experience. You don't have to necessarily teach or lead. You can just assist or help or be a positive, encouraging body presence there. Or you can give financially. There's so many specific needs. Of course, tithing out of your income regularly is always recommended in Scripture to do. But there's so many specific needs as students that just need met. Like to go to camp. That's not a budgeted thing to allot to pay for 50 kids to go to camp because that's a lot of money. But hey, could we help one? If even one kid gets helped to go to camp and experience the life-changing power of Jesus, everything was worth it. Everything was worth it. And so there's a way for literally for everybody to serve in the student ministry.
Oh, indeed.
You're not too old, you're not too young, you're not too knowledgeable, and you're not knowledgeable enough.
Right.
Everybody can serve. And so if you haven't found a way to get plugged in the student ministry, this is your guy to talk to, TJ, the student pastor, all right? So find him anytime, email, call, stop by the office. He is easy to be found, and ask him.
Buy me
what can I do?
lunch. I'm easy. Just, I love Mexican food.
Absolutely.
So there we go.
And that wasn't your call to action. TJ's going to give you a specific. I know it was a call to action, but that's not the call to action tonight, okay?
Yeah. Let's be specific here.
Jump ahead there. All right? That's just the generic. You're supposed to be involved. Right? This is the in the know so that you can get engaged and involved in these ministries, okay? So that's my challenge to you. Are there any other end of year special events or things that we might have missed? I know we have our senior recognition Sunday, kind of a big family celebration. Any other final end of year things?
I don't know if we can quantify this as an end of year thing, but we are going to be doing something kind of new for our new 6th graders during the week of VBS. We're going to be doing an open house for all of our upcoming 6th graders. We're going to be doing a lunch. We're going to be doing a tour of all the youth side of things, the student side of things, and we're going to get a chance for them to meet all the other students that are going to be helping out with VBS that week to kind of help smooth the process over it. I hope show them what the ropes a little earlier this year.
Absolutely, because going from 5th grade to 6th grade is huge in just the life of a preteen, but then changing that ministry-wise from going to the kids ministry to student ministry is also a big change for them. So that's such a great introduction point for them to see, get a little taste, build some excitement, introduce to everybody, get a feel for it before we launch to the fall with all the exciting things that they get to be a part of in the fall. Well, let's see if you have any questions. It's time for You Got Questions, We've Got Answers.
You've got questions, we've got answers.
And it looks like all of our questions for tonight have been answered. But there was one question from last week that Miss Dolores asked. And she essentially asked, how is the church, the community, the school, how are they all kind of impacting one another, at least in the realm of student ministry that you know of? What would be your response to that? How are these things affecting one another?
Well, as of right now, the churches are trying to be a better influence on the school. We're trying to get our way back into the middle school. A couple of years ago when COVID hit, we had a really good Christians in Action group going. Well, due to COVID, they kind of had to shut that thing down. And with a new principal, we're going to get that going back up and going again and help get us back into the school. Jeff Lofton over at Pinecrest is doing a great job with the high school CIA. So between the two of us, we're going to have a great impact and not only see ourselves in there, but also have a greater impact from our church, our churches.
And so I think I would kind of say it like this, that the community, the schools, they never impact or drive the direction of the church. The church should always be driving and impacting the community in the school. So if we're ever waiting on something outside to happen or affect or drive our direction or our vision, that's backwards, right? We should be in, and that's the CIA, that's the getting in there and getting involved inside the school so that the effect, the impact can be from the church, can be from the truth, can be from Jesus, rather than whatever other worldly thing, fill in the blank that it could be. And it's there, all right? There's plenty of blanks to be filled in that they can fill those blanks in with. We want it to be Jesus. We want it to be the church. We want it to be positivity. We want it to be encouragement. We want it to be love, grace, so many other things that the students need to find other than what the world has to offer. And so we almost attack the schools in that sense, that we want to be a part of them, in them, all around them, to affect them first. And, it's even biblical that, to reach our culture, our community, meet them where they are, to come alongside them where they are and introduce them to Christ. So the methods, the way a Wednesday night looks or a Sunday morning or Sunday night, that kind of changes as culture changes or as whatever's happening in the life of student ministry. But the message, the meat and potatoes, the reason, the purpose, what we get into every week is the same. And so I would say they're all still their own separate identities that I know we talked about earlier, and that the church should always be affecting and impacting these other things versus vice versa. All right. Was there anything else that I missed that we should mention or talk about while you got the moment?
I think we're good.
All right.
Yeah, we don't want to unveil too much,
Right.
because we do want to have some anticipation.
Yeah, we won't leave you hanging on the edge of that seat.
Yes.
Just know there's lots of things happening church-wide, but especially in the life of our student ministry.
Just know I've got a pretty big call to action here.
Well, speaking of that,
Yes.
It's time for our call to action.
This is your call to action.
Let's hear that call to action.
Oh, okay. I kind of feel like we have to have some soft, gentle music as I get the camera pulled in close.
Oh, you needed the emotional.
Yeah, because it's like that in the arms of an angel. Remember that?
The heart tug.
Yeah, the heart tug. I got to get that really in there. So if I had to encourage you, the listener, with one thing, the one thing that I hear is it's great that we're seeing a ton of students on Wednesday night, but what about Sunday? I want to tell you right now, a lot of these kids, they don't know anybody. They just know each other. So one of the biggest encouragements that I can give you is to show up on a Wednesday and put names to faces. Come encourage them. One thing that we try to do in our student ministry and in our church, we want to be an encouragement to not only the students, but to the families. So show up on a Wednesday, show up at events, be willing to say, hey, I want to not only sponsor financially, but I want to sponsor by showing up and getting to know these students. Statistics show that if you want to see students stay with Christianity post-high school, they need more than just their parents involved in their life. They need at least one, and I call this a Jesus-loving Christian involved in their life. And it needs to go beyond that. They just can't have their parents, myself, and Sam, and maybe another youth worker. They need some church folks that love Jesus and want to see them come to stay with their faith post this. I know the average, I know it kind of changes. Between 80 and 85% of the students will walk away from church and from Christ. And especially in a world of this big term deconversion and deconstruction right now, it is a pivotal time that we as Christian adults surround our students and surround our kids with prayer and support and community.
Absolutely. And that is a good, hard call to action right there, because it calls you to literally get involved in the lives of students and the lives of their families where it's hard, it's messy, we're not in control, we don't know all the answers, we don't know all the situations. We're just there to support, to love, encourage them through it all. That's hard. That's hard. But that's what we're called to do, you know? And that's what we're called to do. That's what our student pastor is calling us as the church to do, is to get behind TJ, to support, to accept that call to action, which means this Wednesday night, 2 days from now, less than 48 hours, where should we be?
Should be over there at the Jones campus.
At the Jones campus.
We have kids showing up at 5:45. I will be the first face that you see, so I could be the one welcoming you and telling you where to go and where they're going to be at.
All right, so the way I hear that, 5:45, Wednesday night, back of the Jones campus. That's 260 Highway 96 South. If you need an address, right beside First Baptist Church, okay, the building right beside.
And we have snacks.
And there are snacks, there are
And
drinks.
there are, and I'll even provide Sonic if you're willing to show up. Who knows?
Hey.
Maybe a Sonic drink will be in your future.
Text TJ now, comment now, I'll
Right,
be
yeah,
there.
comment now,
Sonic
yes,
drink,
yeah.
all right?
like, share.
This offer is only good for the next 30 seconds, all right? Comment now, say you're going to be there. But seriously, okay, Wednesday night, if you have nothing else, if you're not a part of anything else and you can be there, then be there. If for nothing else, then to say hello when they get out of their car and to say goodbye when they get back in their car. I mean, that is huge, and that's so simple, but so big. That allows other people to do the other things that need to happen tonight. So no job is less important or more vital, less vital. They're all extremely vital. So just be a part. You'll get to see all of the same lovely faces there. You'll see our faces there that night. So great call to action. Accept that call to action and do that. Thank you for joining us tonight, okay? Catch the other 2 episodes. It's now our 3rd episode, so make sure you've watched all 3 episodes so that you're up to date and as in the know as you could be watching our episodes. We don't get to everything, so the only way that you can truly be in the know is to be here in person, a part of the life of the church.
Yes, indeed.
Sunday mornings, Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, things that happen throughout the week, whether it be men's fellowship, supper night, women's are about to start up a fellowship. There's so many things that are happening, and I say that every week, so many things. There just are. I can't say it any other way.
There's a ton,
You
and
know?
there's still more to come.
And still more to come. So many more to come, okay? Thank you guys again for joining us tonight. Please like, comment, tag, share. If you are enjoying these shows, if they're meaningful, impactful, please consider supporting this show by giving financially. It allows us to operate this equipment, to fund these things, to be able to do shows like this. And it just helps our church run smoothly and be effective in getting the gospel into these students, these families' lives, and truly changing the world for the sake of Jesus, creating that great kingdom of God. Last time, thanks for joining us. Have a great night. We'll see you all next week.
Ta-ta for now.